So on the cheap trains front, picked up this online. Also picked up a Williams F7, and it's got some pretty good detail. I don't know if it's all there, but we'll find out. And it's got 2 can motors. Each truck is powered. And notice it only has 2 pickups though. I don't know if that's going to affect how it deals with dirty track. The thing is pretty heavy. And powered in a conventional way. I don't think I need any special computer stuff to run this thing. I hope not. And let's just see what it does. Goes backwards, neutral, forwards. So it does have a reversing unit. I think I'd like to test it and make sure that both those motors are running properly. Does a little bit of spinning up there. With the amount of weight that it has, I expected it to pull quite well. One thing I do notice is on the downhill side, I can put 10 volts to it and it works, but when I start going uphill, I've got to put a full 15 volts to it. So there's more variation on that than I have with the Lionel Pulmores. So right about there, 10 volts doesn't cut it, so I got to jump it up to 15. So there's their first run, first impression. It's a nice model. It runs okay. Doesn't set the world on fire. My bullies here, my Lionel powered A and powered Bs or powered double A's, certainly run better. But could simply just be needing some time and needing some lube and some servicing. The one difference I have, and I can show you, is if I put one of these up there, I don't have to go from 10 to 15 back to 10 volts to get around that track, going up the hill, coming down the hill. I can set them about 12 volts and they just go. That's the one difference that I'm seeing right now. And second thing is the model itself is nice. It's a nice model. All right, let's do a pull-off test and see which one pulls who. How's that? Stalemate. The Lionels can pull it when it's in neutral, but they can't pull it when it's in forward. But it can't pull them either, so we have a stalemate between those two. But check out the wiggle. MPC era, rubber-tired, powered truck. Late 1950s, with no magnet traction, that came out of a Texas Special 1055. So those are both powered, so you have two powered trucks. And both of these are early 1960s magnet traction powered trucks, or pull-mores. So let's see which one pulls who. Now going off to your left is uphill. Okay, so that guy pretty much wins the day on that one. I'll just show you by taking them off. And how about against the Williams? It's a nice train there. I really think it's a very nice model. It's got a little wobble, but it runs nice. All right, see if they're both going in the right direction. Yep, and just hook them up. Now you're going to say, well, why is that fair? Well, it's fair because that Williams weighs as much as both of those do. And it's got two powered trucks, two DC can motors in there. And that's got two powered trucks as well, a magnet traction and a magnet traction. So really it's 2 on 2. So let's see who pulls who. That's not even fair, is it? Let them come back down. Well, we can try the purple monster again. Let's try that. Let's see if they're both going in the right direction. They are. Alright, let's see which one pulls who. So that poor Williams got beat 2 times in a row with these old Alcos, and like I said before, you go nuts about that. 2 powered trucks, 2 powered trucks. But it kind of begs the question, I wonder how it would do against just a 1 Alco with 1 powered truck. It should be no contest, right? So let's see. Yep, so 2 powered trucks beats 1. Now, I had 1 MPC locomotive that pulled better than this one. I wonder if I can try it and see what it does. Let's see if they're going in the right direction. Now this one here, unfortunately, had a little bit of oil get on its tires. I'm not sure it ever got cleaned off completely, but give it a shot anyway. Now, would you look at that? That's a stalemate. One powered truck, 2 powered trucks, and this guy stalemated the Williams. So those old Lionel pull mowers actually had some capability, didn't they? So let's see what you think about that. So I did 1 lap with those 2 lashed up together, and if you notice, I didn't have to change voltage, and it held fairly steady speed when I had the addition of these 2 on, whereas when I had that by itself, I had to change the voltage quite a bit. So anyway, first impression, plays well with others. That's a takeaway, and it's a match of this pair pulling, but it's not a match of the 2 magnet traction Alcos I have. A couple of details as compared to my Lionel Alcos is I kind of like the fact that the old Lionels have the hook attached to the truck, and they can still handle 027 curves, where these, following in the footsteps of the Lionel 1950s era F3s, they have that front part turning with the truck. Now the good news is they can go around a pretty sharp corner, as you can see. The bad news is that doesn't look really realistic at all. But hey, you know, love those F3s, the Lionel ones. And there's also a little switch right there. And what that allows you to do is to turn off the reversing unit. So basically, if you put it in reverse and click it off, it'll stay in reverse. Or if you go through neutral and go into forward and then flip that off, it'll stay in forward. But in order to have the reverser unit in fact work, you have to turn that little switch on and then get it where you want it, and then turn it off and it'll stay there. The other thing I notice is the model, the way the front windows are. It almost looks like an EF4 than a F unit, you know what I'm saying? The way those windows have a little bit of arc to them. So they're a little bit different than what I would have expected for a F3, F7, F9 series. It almost looks like that GE EF4 series, but it's still a nice looking locomotive. Details are nice. if I get around that corner. Idea of having the two powered is now I can start right back up the hill and go right back up that hill.